An explosion has rocked downtown Sun Prairie.
Could see flames. You could see a lot of smoke.
There was this big boom, and it knocked me to the ground.
You can see a group of about a dozen people who have been displaced lost everything that day.
So sorry.
We have learned within the last hour, one of those members died fighting the fire.
That firefighter's name is Corey Barr.
You've never met a more devoted father.
Luckiest girl in the world to have met someone like him.
We will continue to build strength with Corey's legacy in our hearts.
It has been just a great outpouring of support.
We really need the power of the community to help out.
Thank you for joining us tonight. It has been exactly 1 week since the explosion in Sun Prairie.
And tonight, for the first time, we're hearing the 911 call reporting a gas main had been hit by a contractor.
Okay, all right, tell me exactly what happened.
It's we doing a construction work and we hit the gas main.
Okay, so you hit a gas line?
Yes, a gas line, yes.
Do you hear the gas or smell it only?
Yes, it smells, yes.
Just smell it, or do you hear it too?
You hear it and smell it.
Both.
Bad, it's bad.
We don't know who called 911. Their name has been redacted. Contractor Bear Communications has said they were doing work for Verizon Wireless, but had a subcontractor called VC Tech. Since the explosion, the community has rallied together, and today we here at News 3 are pitching in.
We are hosting an 18-hour telethon right here in our Studio C with 100% of the funds staying in the community, all going to the Bank of Sun Prairie's Disaster Relief Fund. Leah Linscheid at the phone bank right now. She has much more. Leah?
Yeah, guys, community. You just heard it. You're going to hear it over and over on our program tonight. And thanks to you, the Sun Prairie community, our News 3 viewers around the area, we have raised almost $90,000. Now, who does that money help? The answer is the community. The families impacted. That includes the family of Corey Barr, killed in the explosion, and Ryan Welch, who was injured. Every donation counts, no matter how small. So give us a call. That number, it's 608-274-4000. You're going to see it on your screen for the rest of the show. Our phone bank will be open through 10:30 tonight. Let's get over that $100,000 mark and more. Give us a call. Be a part of this community. Help us keep Sun Prairie strong tonight. 274-4000.
Leah Linscheid at the phone bank. Leah, thank you.
We have continued team coverage on this very important day. Susan Simon, Amanda Quintana, and Akili Arthur are all in Sun Prairie tonight, where the community continues to help those who lost everything in the explosion. Let's go to Susan, who will take over the coverage from the explosion site.
Eric and Charlotte, we're partnering today with the Bank of Sun Prairie to raise money for the Sun Prairie Disaster Relief Fund. The Bank of Sun Prairie is the heart and soul of this community. It's been here for 121 years, and the CEO of the Bank of Sun Prairie is Jimmy Kaufman. He is the guy with the numbers. Hi, Jimmy. You've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. You were on our morning show. You are a trooper. What is the latest number?
We are absolutely amazed. At about 4:30 today, we were at about $95,000 just today between the Sun Prairie Disaster Relief Fund and the Barr Family Memorial. So we are just amazed to think about all of the great community that's come together, all of the people stepping up and donating today, the businesses coming together. We have just such great community here in Sun Prairie, and to think that, you know, this started with our the Wisconsin Bankers Association reaching out to us to see what can they do to help. You know, News 3 engaged, and boy, here we are, $95,000 later. With still, 5 hours to go is just amazing.
Yeah, it's awe-inspiring, isn't it? Now, there are two funds that you're raising money for, right?
That's correct. The Sun Prairie Disaster Relief Fund, which is a general fund that'll support the businesses and individuals within the impact zone. So a half a mile of North Bristol Street in Main Street here in Sun Prairie, and the Barr Family Memorial, which was set up by the Firefighters Association in honor of Corey Barr. So 100% of those funds are going to his family.
Shout out to your employees who answered the call. They stepped up right away. It's really been a family at the bank, hasn't it?
It certainly has. You know, this started for us at our employee meeting the next day after the tragic event happened on July 10th, and about 75% of that conversation was about what can we do to help the community. In the meantime, we were trying to figure out, because we couldn't get into our bank We had everything running through our Main Street location, so we had to implement our disaster recovery plan. But that morning, it was about the community. So I couldn't be more thrilled to work with such great and giving people at the Bank of Sun Prairie.
Well, Jimmy, right back at you. Thanks to you for all you do. It's been an honor to partner with you, and keep those numbers coming. Keep us posted.
You got it.
And you go enjoy your T-ball with your son. You've earned it tonight. Great to see you, Jimmy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Another fundraiser that is happening right now in Sun Prairie is happening at the Culvers on Main Street. The owner there is donating half of its sales to the family of Captain Corey Barr, the fund that Jimmy was just mentioning, and also to Ryan Welch, the other Sun Prairie firefighter who was injured in the explosion. The Culvers will be open until midnight tonight. Abby Barr and Ryan Welch stopped by the restaurant today to have lunch together. Here's a picture of the two of them and some family members sharing a meal. It was great to see Ryan looking so well. They were thanking everyone personally for all of their support, and it was very moving to see Abby Barr and Ryan Welch doing so well. The Disaster Relief Fund will directly benefit victims of the explosion, and it will be used by two local organizations, Sunshine Place and the Emergency Food Pantry. Sun Prairie is very lucky to have an organization like Sunshine Place. Amanda Quintana is live at the home of the two groups where they're hosting a mobile food pantry tonight. Amanda?
Yes, thank you, Susan. You could see that the food pantry is just wrapping up behind me, but what we're here to talk about is the volunteers here. The need is constant here in Sun Prairie, and for 25 years, the food pantry has been helping an average of 500 families a month. And those volunteers, they have just always stepped up, providing fresh food and toiletries for the community in need. But after last week's tragedy, more and more people are donating and volunteering their time because they know that need is going to increase over the next few weeks.
This is 100% volunteers, and all the donations that we receive, this community really just, I know there's a lot going on this week, but this happens every day, and it's been happening for years here in Sun Prairie.
Now, they're not seeing many of the victims come to the food pantry right now because most of those victims don't have permanent housing, so they don't even have a place to store this food. And finding housing is the #1 priority for Sunshine Place. But the food pantry says they will be here in this time of need. They have the shelves stocked. All these volunteers are here today, and they are really ready for whenever the community comes and needs them. They are here, they said, like they've always been.
It is an amazing organization. Amanda Quintana reporting live. Amanda, thank you so much. Our Killy Arthur is also with us in Sun Prairie this afternoon, and she joins us now to continue our team coverage. Killy?
That's right, Susan. I am live here at the Sun Prairie Fire Department where Captain Corey Barr served for 15 years. He, of course, courageously lost his life trying to protect so many people last week. I have here with me his wife and mother of his two little girls, Abby Barr. Abby, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm going to ask you what it seems everyone wants to know. How are your two girls doing right now?
They went back to daycare yesterday. I wanted to get them back to a regular routine. So we also have swimming lessons tonight, so we're also doing that. So keeping them in their regular routine, I think keeps them away from thinking something's wrong. Obviously, it was a little different for them the last few days, but it also was filled with family and friends and plenty of distractions for them, to where they didn't even ask, "Where's Daddy?" as much as I thought they would. They have, but not as much as I thought they would.
And they're so young, 3 years old. How do you want them to remember Corey?
As a hero, of course. As a hero for what he did and for the passion and remarkable work he did for the fire department, but mostly for being an amazing father. He was the one that would do anything to make them laugh, get down and roll with them on the floor, and do anything to get a smile or a giggle out of their faces.
And we saw the amazing crowd at Culver's today. So many people wrapped around that building, all to support you and the Sun Prairie Fire Department. How does that support make you feel?
I'm wowed by the support of, local businesses, of the community, showing their support for not only me and my family, but the other families affected by the tragedy, and the fire family and first responders.
Absolutely, and it's been a week. Where do you go from here?
It's still a minute by minute, hour by hour sort of happening right now. The future is still unclear to me at this point. I'll figure it out as I go, and I'm going to use him as my guide to figure that out.
And I know you said telling stories about Corey has been an amazing source of comfort. Is there anything you would like to share with our viewers about your husband?
There's lots of stories, some not for TV, but he was a jokester. He liked to, get in trouble. But Dave Shroud, the one that read the speech at the beginning of his service, told me that he was kind of his big brother when he started on the fire service and remembers Corey's very first fire call, and said he came running in here and was frantically trying to get on his firefighter gear to get out the door because he was just so excited and nervous. And, just hearing how kind of klutzy he was for his very first call. But then, he said turned around 2 to 3 months later, he was doing the same thing for another probie. So hearing that kind of stuff, makes me smile.
An absolute hero from the start. And Abby, you too are a hero. You're one of the reasons why Sun Prairie is so strong. Thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Absolutely.
And Susan, I'll turn it back to you.
That is one brave woman. That is what Sun Prairie Strong looks like, for sure. Thank you so much, Kelly. So, Eric and Charlotte, it's been a very busy day here in Sun Prairie. It's been amazing to be here on a day like today and to see how your generosity has impacted everyone here affected by this tragedy. It has been moving and inspiring beyond words, and it will continue to be in the days to come. We'll send it back to you.
Susan Simon, Keely Arthur, and Amanda Quintana all reporting live from Sun Prairie tonight. Thank you.
Great work there. And again, this phone bank will go until 10:30 tonight. Every dollar will stay right here in the community. As of 4:30 tonight, with your help, we raised more than $89,000. You heard that update, $95,000 from the bank there. The number one more time, 608-274-4000. And we'll be right back.
Welcome back. We are live here in the News 3 phone bank where, thanks to you, we are more than $90,000 in donations, all going to help Sun Prairie rebuild. Now, here with us today is Tom Anderson. He's the owner of Buck and Honey's in that city. He is making a big commitment, a donation to his community, a $4,000 check to our phone bank. First of all, Thank you so much. I mean, that's an incredible commitment to your community. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Kind of tell me, clearly this means a lot to you. Why is this so important?
Well, it's, I mean, look at this. And first of all, thank you to Channel 3. I mean, this is amazing that you guys have partnered with our community to do this. And we do it because we step up for our community. I mean, it's a tight community. It's a great city. And yeah, I mean, it's just what happened is devastating, and just doing everything we can, as everybody else is too.
And you brought your son here, Fletcher. You happen to know people who are impacted by this, who lost everything in this explosion. Tell me about that.
So one of my friends, his name is Josh. He lost his house, his family and his house. He has a little sister and an older brother, and their house was lost in the explosion.
And money today is going to help families like his. Now, you have lived in Sun Prairie for 20 years now. If there is something you want people to know about that community in the wake of this tragedy, what is it?
Yeah. It was 15,000 people when I moved to Sun Prairie, and it's now 30. It's grown in leaps, but it's still a tight community with amazing organization and business people in our city government and our emergency services. I mean, it's just such a tight community. And when we saw this happen and the different communities that stepped up, walking through, seeing fire trucks from Middleton to Oregon to Deerfield to Marshall, all over, they felt it too. And having a chance to donate out there for this event, if you're listening and you live in these communities, thank you so much. And just imagine if it happened there, I promise you Sun Prairie would be there for you. So if you're at home cooking dinner tonight and you feel like making a donation to help these families, it's just an amazing cause, and we really need it. It's devastation down there, and there's businesses and families that need our help. So thank you very much, and thank you again. Yeah.
Right there. That should be the inspiration for the rest of us to pick up the phone and call in right now. That number, it's right there on your screen, 608-274-4000. We're taking your calls until 10:30 tonight. Help us make Sun Prairie stronger. Guys.
All right, Leah Lynchide reporting. Leah, thank you. New tonight, Mayor Paul Soglin says he will not be seeking re-election as mayor.
He has been mayor in separate stints for more than 2 decades in Madison, but says it is time to move on.
I think there's really great value in leaving office for a while and then returning. Though I can assure you that there will not be a third sequel.
Mayor Soglin currently in the running for governor. That Democratic primaries in August. Current Madison Alder Maurice Cheeks, former Alder Satya Rhodes Conway have already announced their candidacy for mayor. Former Alder Brenda Conkle plans to announce a run on Thursday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good evening. I hope you're having a great Tuesday so far. Lots of sunshine with high pressure in the weather control right now, in the control room, I should say. Time lapse in Madison showing a lot of sunshine, and those clouds, those fair weather cumulus clouds, they did visit us during the afternoon, and right now we're still seeing them on the WISC-TV Skycam. On the Edgewater Skycam, a pretty similar story with high pressure overhead. Almanac for today, the high of 80 degrees. North winds kept us a little bit cooler than normal for this time of year, but I don't think anyone really was complaining because it just felt so nice outside with that low humidity. Temperatures right now still right around 80 degrees. Some of us have dipped lower into the 70s. Dew points, though, they're in the low 50s and upper 40s. Very, very comfortable air. About 20 to 25 degrees less than what some of us experienced over the weekend. Now, July temperatures, it's going to be close whether or not today's average temperature is a little bit above or a little bit below average. But so far, we've seen a lot more above average days compared to below average. However, over the next couple of days, I do think temperatures will be well below average on Thursday and especially on Friday. Then we're back into the 80s. We do reach an inflection point, though, on Monday where average temperatures actually go down instead of up the second half of the temperature year. Now, the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook looking at below average temperatures toward the end of this month and possibly some below average precipitation as well. Tonight, mostly clear, cool with patchy fog late. Temperatures in the mid 50s. Great sleeping weather. May want to open the windows once again. Tomorrow, temperatures should end up right about 80 degrees. Once again, continued warm. So pretty quiet overnight with just a few clouds here and there. The clouds on the increase a little bit tomorrow, but we still should see plenty of sunshine with temperatures finishing right around 80 degrees. Now on Thursday, that's when we start to notice some changes. Low pressure system coming in from the south and west, bringing us some showers and thunderstorms into Thursday afternoon and evening. Now, as we head into the next couple of days and the weekend, about another ½ inch to an inch of rain can be expected from these thunderstorms wrapping up on Saturday morning. Then Sunday and Monday, we are dry with temperatures in the mid 80s, but we're back into the 70s by the start of the work week next week.
Well, the latest inductee into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame, he's proving that punters are people too. We'll show you who he is. That's next in sports.
And a reminder, our Sun Prairie Strong Phone Bank going on right now through 10:30 tonight. Every dollar raised will stay right in the community. The number to call to donate, there on your screen, 608-274-4000.
Well, special teams players don't always get a lot of love, but they're definitely an integral part of the team. Wisconsin punter Kevin Stemke changed that in his time in Madison, and that's why he's being inducted into the UW Athletics Hall of Fame. He earned all Big Ten and All-American honors during his career, averaging 44.5 yards per punt in his senior season. And he was the first Badger ever to win the Ray Guy Award, which is given to the nation's best punter. And a fun little fact, his wife, who is former UW volleyball standout Lizzie Fitzgerald, she was inducted into the UW Hall of Fame in 2015. Well, the mystery surrounding Manny Machado making moves has been the actual worst if you're a Brewers fan. Every day it seems like they're in the running, then they're not. A lot of back and forth. But the good news is that it'll all be over soon, according to CBS Sports. The situation is still very fluid, but it appears that the Dodgers are the front runners, while the Brewers, Phillies, and Diamondbacks, they are still, quote-unquote, involved. Well, 4 former Sun Prairie football players will put on their helmets one last time this Saturday at the WFCA All-Star Game. And it'll be a little more emotional for them. 2 players were actually working their summer jobs in the downtown area at the time of the explosion 1 week ago. But seeing how this community has overcome adversity, that makes them proud to be part of it.
It just really shows how much of a community that we are. And to be honest, it's a reason of why I loved playing for Sun Prairie and why I'm going to miss having Sun Prairie on my chest.
There's so much good in this world, so many good people that are willing to help out, and at times we focus on the negative things a little too much. Let's embrace the goodness that people have in their hearts and are willing to help other people out. So that's why we're really proud of this community.
And this team has obviously helped out the community too, not really in the forefront, but they've been kind of doing it behind the scenes.
A lot to be proud of.
Yep.
A lot of community folks getting together there. Melissa, thank you. Quick final check of the forecast.
We have a few more clouds tomorrow, but temperatures still should be near 80 degrees. Plenty of sunshine. Storm chances do come back on Thursday and Friday as temperatures head into the 70s for highs.
And don't forget, our phone bank will still be going through 10:30 tonight. Every dollar raised will stay here. The number to call, 274-4000.